welcome the platform party. The processional is led by Dr. Christopher Higgins, Faculty Distinguished Lecturer, and Dr. Shubham Vyas, Faculty Senate Representative. Dr. Higgins is carrying the university mace, a symbol of knowledge authority dating back to the 13th century. The lion's mace is made of rosewood, brass, bronze, and silver. It weighs 16 pounds and is topped by Blaster, our beloved school mascot. Dr. Vyas is carrying a replica of the 16th century book, The Day Ray Metallica, widely considered to be the foundational book on mining and metallurgy. This book represents the body of knowledge shared by Mine's faculty and students. Its opening and closing on the stage indicate the beginning and end of today's ceremony. The platform party includes distinguished speaker and alumnus, Mr. Doug Lawler, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and alumnus, Mr. Bruce Burkott, Trustee and alumnus, Miss Denise Burgess, Trustee and alumnus, Mr. Michael Moores, Faculty Trustee, Dr. Dinesh Mehta, President and Professor, Dr. Paul C. Johnson, Provost and Professor, Dr. Rick Holtz, and academic department heads, deans, and vice presidents. Continuing the processional are Mine's faculty with representation across the departments with graduates in today's ceremony. Now, for the singing of the national anthem, performed by the Colorado School of Mines music program under the direction of Professor Kirsten Carpenter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Remain standing as students from the Mines music program will now sing the Mines alma mater to the tune of Oralee. The alma mater opens convocation and begins commencement, marking the transition from Mines student to Mines alumni. You can find the alma mater lyrics on the inside of your program.
Raise your voices, engineers, your devotion sing. To the greatest school of mines, let the chorus ring. Hail to thee, CSM, to our hearts most dear. Every miner lauds thy name, and every engineer. Honor, glory to thy name, these we pledge anew. While we live to sing thy fame, alma mater true. Hail to thee, school of mines, silver and the blue. Every miner sings thy praise, alma mater true.
Please be seated. And now, please welcome to the podium the 17th president of the Colorado School of Mines, Dr. Paul C. Johnson.
Thank you, everyone. How about another round of applause for those beautiful voices that were here a few minutes ago? All right, it's a beautiful day in Golden. We've got a wonderful ceremony and some terrific graduates to be able to congratulate today. Thank you and good afternoon. And on behalf of Colorado School of Mines, welcome to this celebration in honor of the amazing soon-to-be graduates seated in front of us. Today, across 3 ceremonies, we're conferring Bachelor of Science degrees to about 1,100 graduates, with 354 of them being recognized in this ceremony. And I think we've got mechanical engineering here somewhere. And engineering physics in here somewhere. Ooh. There's a competition going on already. All right. Hey, That walk across the stage, when they do that a little later when we congratulate them, will be a special moment for our graduates, their families and friends, and all of us at Mines. It will be the last leg of a journey that began for many on the South IM field just outside of this building. There, as newly arrived students, our graduates gathered early one August morning with the rocks that they would carry up to the M. By tradition, those rocks should weigh about 10 pounds, and they typically come from home, although more than a few looked a lot like our landscape rocks that morning. From the IM field, most of today's graduates followed the traditional M climb route up to our beloved M on Mount Zion, and along the way, they passed through a barrage of very enthusiastic water-wielding and fight song-singing upper-class students. Eventually, they arrived at the M and they placed their rocks there, and then they tossed a new coat of paint on the M, maybe getting a little bit on themselves in the process. The M climb was these graduates' welcome to the Mines community and the first of many challenges that they overcame on their path to this ceremony today. With those memories in mind, we'd like to start this commencement with a moment of reflection offered up by student Christian Denton. Christian, why don't you come on up? Christian is from South Carolina and is graduating today with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. During his time at Mines, Christian has demonstrated leadership, service, and a deep commitment to community. He has held a wide range of leadership roles, first as Residence Hall Association President for Maple Hall, and then President of the Interfraternity Council and Undergraduate Student Government Senior Class President. As a brother of the Kappa Sigma fraternity, Christian has been deeply committed to philanthropy and community engagement. He has planned and led numerous initiatives benefiting both the Mines and the Golden communities, including hallmark events such as Nightmare on Greek Street, that's a good thing at Halloween for the community, yep, and Prom Swap. Following graduation, Christian will pursue a career in mechanical engineering. Please join me now in welcoming Christian to the podium.
Members of the faculty and administration, fellow students, friends and family, it is my honor and privilege to offer an invocation for our commencement. Today we give thanks for this fine institution, the Colorado School of Mines, and hope that it may be a lively center for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom. We hope that those who teach and those who learn may find joy in all their endeavors. As we celebrate the completion of our studies today, we hope to build on the knowledge we gained and the experiences we had to affect positive change. Whether we go on to complete further studies, to the workforce, or if the broader world beckons, may we all live fulfilled lives that support others and contribute to society. We thank our dear friends and family who shared in and supported our educational journey for always believing in us. We are thankful for the freedoms we enjoy to pursue learning, life, and love. May we raise our eyes from the mundane and predictable to catch a glimpse of the glorious possibilities of adventure and discovery. May we proceed into the world with humble, thankful hearts and a reverence for those that changed the world before us, upon whose legacy we will continue to build. As we prepare to celebrate our academic achievements, we are aware that not all the friends and family who are a part of our journey are with us today. For all of those we have lost, please join me in observing a moment of silent reflection in their honor. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2025, for the achievements we are celebrating today.
Got a cheering squad out there anywhere? Family, friends? Where are they? Stand up for us. There we are, all right. Hey, Kristen, thank you for being part of the ceremony. See you in a little while. All right, as Christian and our other graduates know, Mines is challenging. Alumni affectionately say it was tough to get into Mines, but even tougher to get out. I like to say that you can't fly solo through Mines. You have to rely on each other, and you need a supportive network of friends, coworkers, and family. Because of that, I want to give our graduates an opportunity to thank their supporters, both that are here today and those that are watching our live feed on the internet. So graduates, got a little job for you to do. Would you stand up, please, for a moment? All right. You look good, by the way. Okay, so your job, your assignment here in a moment, is going to be when I prompt you to do it, express your appreciation for your supporters. Now, cheering, clapping, using those bells that you've already found, your seats, they're all options for you, okay? So you got that part done. And then I'm going to invite a couple groups to stand. I'll say a few words to them, and then I'll let you cheer for them, okay? They look like they're, okay. Look like you're ready? Okay. Now, complicating factors, from time to time, I may actually ask you to face a specific direction. Okay? So, for example, on the count of 3, I'm going to ask you to rotate pi radians in a clockwise direction. I just heard a couple of them go, I won't repeat what they said. But anyway, yes, I'm giving them a second to come back to them on that. So anyway, okay, we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3. You know, that is the most cheering I've ever heard for somebody just turning around. That's pretty remarkable. Anyway, how about parents? Would you stand up for us? Parents, you gave us your students a few years ago, and now we're giving them back. We've enjoyed our time with them. They're bright, they're curious, they're creative, they're caring and hardworking, and at times they totally go off into worlds and conversations that only Mind students understand. They definitely found their people here. Overall, it's been a hell of a lot of fun to be around them and watch them to develop into the amazing people that they are today. So thank you for being here, thank you for entrusting them to us for the past few years, and thank you for supporting them on their journeys. And graduates, let's make some noise for your parents. Okay, we're going to do a counterclockwise revolution, 180 degrees on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're doing pretty good still. That's all right. Okay, next up, stand up with the faculty representatives, academic leaders, and other folks from Minds. Please stand up. All right. Got a heavy contingent of physics over here, I notice, and see what's going on. Okay. They're getting it. All right. So thank you for all that you and your colleagues do to educate, inspire, support, coach, mentor, and fundraise for our students. You are the reason Minds is consistently ranked in the top 5% nationally of all public universities, and why we are one of the few universities to hold the prestigious Carnegie R1 classification for research. The Wall Street Journal got it right when they named Minds faculty tops across all U.S. public universities for being balanced in their dedication to both classroom instruction and scholarly research. So thank you again for being here and all that you did to support and prepare these graduates for their careers and for life. And graduates, let's say thanks to them too. Okay, we're going to continue our counterclockwise journey on 3. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty good. Looked a little uncertain on that one. Anyway, all right. So how about friends, siblings, spouses, children, anybody else who came here today? Stand up for us. I think this group got a bigger set of cheers than the parents did. I don't know about that. But anyway, we affectionately refer to you as the distractions. Probably why they got the big cheers. Your role was to keep our graduates from getting too hyper-focused on their studies and grades, and some of you did that really, really, really well. Now, whether you had a positive or negative impact on their GPAs, or perhaps lengthened the time it took to complete their degrees, we need to thank you for helping our Orediggers find balance in their Minds journey. Thank you for being here today and all that you did to support and distract our graduates. Graduates, let's thank them. All right. Okay, now this is the tough one because you have to listen without looking at me what I'm doing. We're going to do another 180-degree rotation, but that side of the room. They're gonna peek. Your job is to go this way. And this side of the room, your job is to go this way. And in the middle, you have to figure out which of the two directions you have to go. See how close you can split it in the middle. All right, so it should look like a nice little beater operation or something going on, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. That's good enough. All right, so how about with the Board of Trustees members who are here today? Please stand up for us. All right, we've got Chair Bruce Grucock here, Trustees Denise Burgess and Michael Kors, and we have Faculty Trustee Professor Dinesh Mehta with us as well. The Board of Trustees is comprised of Colorado Governor-appointed members plus a faculty and a student trustee elected by their respective constituencies. They are extremely generous with their time and are dedicated to ensuring that Mines remains one of the premier universities in the world. They will play a very important role today, and that's they have to approve your degrees at the end of the ceremony. Usually they do that, but I think we have 3 because the previous ceremony we had 2 and we needed a tiebreaker. So anyway, but I think they're inclined to, but you could certainly increase the probability of success if you made a lot of noise for them too, please. All right, great jobs, graduates. You can sit down now for a little while. I'm going to take a minute and tell the audience a little bit about the uniqueness of our university, the significance of your degrees, and what makes you, Mines graduates, so distinctive. So for over 151 years, Mines is focused on producing the top scientists and engineers, industry leaders, and entrepreneurs, and the knowledge and innovations that industry and society need for prosperity. A Mines education is rigorous and challenging, and a Mines degree instantly commands respect. It communicates a strong work ethic and perseverance. It indicates that you are resilient, a great team player, and that you're ready to tackle anything. Also, that you can function incredibly well on minimal sleep and maximum caffeine and sugar diets, but that's another thing. Anyway, as the world has changed, so has Mines. Today, our graduates go into the aerospace, energy and minerals, defense, infrastructure, water, IT, biotech, and financial industries. You will also find them in the top graduate degree programs and in medical, dental, and law schools. A few will soon be commissioned later in this ceremony as officers in the military. To come up with a good description of what makes Mines graduates so distinctive, I went to one of our graduates' favorite resources, ChatGPT, and I asked it 3 questions. How would you describe graduates of Colorado School of Mines? Can you tell me something that surprises you about our graduates? And just for calibration purposes, I asked ChatGPT, what does the C stand for in PCJ? Now for the audience, that's like the second most question I've ever been asked by this group of students in their multiple years here at Time. In case you're wondering what the most asked question was, it's, can we have another snow day? Anyway, with respect to the first question, ChatGPT replied, graduates of Colorado School of Mines are often seen as highly driven, resourceful, collaborative, and incredibly well prepared to tackle the most complex challenges in engineering, science, and technology. They possess a unique blend of intellectual rigor and hands-on problem-solving skills, honed through a curriculum that balances theory and practical application. They're the type of people who can break down complex problems and build innovative solutions, all while having an impressive understanding of the physical world around them. They are the future leaders in fields like energy, sustainability, engineering, and technology. We saw those attributes in our graduates as they tackled projects and field session work. They built things that go very fast parallel to the surface of the earth. And they launched things that go very fast.
2, 1.
They also did very well in national engineering competitions, and our graduates also applied their superior engineering skills when building cardboard boats to ride down the rapids in Clear Creek with varying degrees of success. In addition to their engineering prowess, we observed that these graduates care a lot about others in the world. They helped communities locally and in other countries through various student organizations. They inspired others to pursue STEM degrees through K-12 outreach activities, and they raised funds for those efforts and other valuable causes like heart health and literacy very creatively, like riding stationary bikes outside on the plaza 24 hours a day for a week and in all kinds of weather, and selling raffle tickets for the chance to buy PCJ. Now this brings us to the second question that I asked ChatGPT, which was, can you tell me something that surprises you about our graduates? Its response was, I am surprised by how the wearing of a senior hat alters the persona of a Colorado School of Mines student. Now, not knowing what that meant, I told ChatGPT, hey, I don't understand, and I asked it to explain. So ChatGPT thought for a minute, and then it replied with 2 words, hat swagger, and a video. Okay, class of 2025, our newest hat swaggerers. Why don't you stand up for one more time for me, please? So we were just looking at the class photo from the fall of 2021, which is the year when most of you entered Mines. You were challenged the moment you stepped foot on the Mines campus and you banded together, you helped each other, and you got the job done. You were peer mentors, residence advisors, and campus leaders. You welcomed students who followed you to Mines and mentored them at Ore Digger Camp. You enriched our campus through your art, music, creative writing, and acting. You also showed the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference and the rest of the nation that teams comprised entirely of engineers and scientists can win at the highest level of athletic competition and do it with class, on the field, court, mat, track, and bike trails. We'll get a chance to recognize them in a little while, too. The distinguishing characteristics of Mines graduates, the strong work ethic, the perseverance, resilience, and teamwork will serve you well in your life and in your careers. You are ready, and today the world needs bright and creative scientists and engineers and technically trained leaders even more than ever. I want you to know that the Mines faculty, staff, leadership, alumni, and trustees recognize your significant accomplishment and are proud to call you graduates of Colorado School of Mines. I hope that you always carry and share that pride with you wherever you go in life and your career. And as you make your mark in the world, I hope that you find some way to help others pursue their dreams, just as others have helped you. It has been a pleasure to be with you. You are all hell of engineers and hell of scientists. You are also Ore Digger for life. Please stay engaged and be hell of a Mines alumni. Class of 2025, I'm looking forward to shaking your hand and seeing your hat swagger as you cross the stage a little later. Congratulations, go Ore Diggers. And you may be seated. And by the way, ChatGPT said the C in PCJ stands for either Christopher or Channing, but it wasn't confident either were correct. So now, please welcome our Vice President of Student Life, Dr. Braylon Pantel, to the podium. She's going to introduce our student speaker, but I thought we should give her extra clapping for her because one of the job duties of the Vice President for Student Life is to ensure good weather for graduation days, and I think she knocked it out of the park today. So please welcome Braylon to the podium.
Thank you, President Johnson. I am now honored to introduce our student speaker this afternoon, Camille Neuter. Come on over, Camille. All right, Camille. Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Camille. She is graduating today with honors in engineering physics. Camille is a Harvey Scholar, selected for her outstanding commitment to community service. As a lead peer mentor, she supports fellow students in their academic and personal growth with empathy and expertise. She organized our Hell of a Service project that involved the entire first-year class, peer mentors, and the greater Golden community. Camille has been honored with the very prestigious Bad Borough Award. Despite its name, it is a really good award. It recognizes exceptional contributions to student life and leadership at Mines. Camille's commitment to research and sustainability has earned her both the Undergraduate Research Scholar distinction and the Sustainable Energy at Minds distinction, highlighting her interdisciplinary work at the intersection of innovation and environmental impact. She has also been a Dean's List awardee. During her time at Minds, Camille studied abroad in Madrid, Spain, and after completing an internship with Cordera this summer in Denver, she plans to return to Europe to pursue a master's degree in power systems engineering at University College London, focusing on renewable energy systems. Please join me in welcoming Camille to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Pentel. Hello, peers, faculty, family, the amazing friends I got to meet, and those of you I wish I did. It's so good to be here with you all. To the select few among us who didn't have a Percy Jackson phase, I wanted to start by explaining the Greek myth of Sisyphus, a mortal king known to have escaped death and tricked the gods. Because of this, the gods gave him what they deemed a fair punishment: push a massive boulder up a hill only for it to roll crashing down right as it reaches the top, and then start over and try again and again for eternity. A little like a midterm season that stretches from the second week of the semester up until finals. At first glance, Sisyphus's circumstances seem pretty cruel and meaningless. And when pushing this rock, rest wasn't really an option. So it all begs the question, why did he keep going? I personally believe the response to this lies in the famous quote by Albert Camus, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." For this story to make any sense for how Sisyphus was able to find the will to keep going, he must have found acceptance and even contentment in his life. This perspective highlights a reality many of us here have learned to be true, that happiness can be found in the act of embracing challenges. And furthermore, for the scientists in the house, there's proven to be a greater release of dopamine from the anticipation and progress towards a goal than that released in the actual moment of achievement. With this viewpoint, Sisyphus's situation is comparable to being held in a state of constant dopamine release. And with all this considered, one can imagine Sisyphus happy. This process of rewriting how we think about situations is not new, but it seems like all too often we use it to imagine ourselves sad. We can be in a moment, perhaps even a really good one, and we can begin to overthink, to have anxiety, maybe for the future, for failing, for what other people are thinking. We can hyperfixate on bad test scores, our own insecurities. We can leave a conversation only remembering that one thing we said or did we tell ourselves was so awkward or embarrassing, actively ignoring all of the good parts of that memory, and to the point where we bring this thought-up negativity into the reality of the actual moment and imagine ourselves into a truth of being sad. So why not choose to use these same tactics to refocus how we view our situations, to imagine ourselves happy? There is a level of choice to how we interpret our circumstances, a choice to lean into challenges, and a choice to fixate on the good things with equal to or greater intensity than the energy we spend on the negative ones. To think about the past and imagine ourselves happy simply by giving priority to reliving the good moments over the bad ones. To hyperfixate on what we are grateful for, what we are proud of ourselves for. And when we do think about the hard ones, which is okay to do, remembering to give ourselves grace and that our struggles have purpose in and of themselves and there can still be goodness in that. At times, our journeys at Minds may have felt a bit similar to that of Sisyphus. And not just when we brought our own rocks up the hill for the M climb, but because of the challenges we've gone through, the years of hard work. Because sometimes it may have felt like the rock of our efforts did come crashing down, or like we got to the top of one hill just to see more hills ahead. But what a journey it's been. And if we were to ask ourselves, why did we keep going? I struggle to run out of reasons. Maybe it was the friends, or the laughter, all the adventuring and growing. Maybe it was how we overcame our challenges to create something we're proud of. Maybe we kept going because somebody believed we could, and they took the time to help us believe it ourselves. Maybe just E-days and the thought of a nice future paycheck. Or maybe it was the hope for this moment, now, and the people who are here to support us today. Regardless of the reason, we did keep going, and I think we can all agree it was a challenge worthwhile. So for today, we celebrate. Congratulations, we made it. Our rock is on the top of this hill. But as is life, there will always be more hills ahead of us. And tomorrow, when the rock rolls back down, we get to start again. And yes, it's scary and intimidating, but also exciting. What a gift. We get to keep learning, growing always. We get to try new things and be bad at them and know that that's okay and honestly really fun. We get to challenge ourselves and find joy in that. We get to support one another, to recognize that we aren't alone in having hills to face, and be motivated to share kindness, pay it forward, love people unconditionally, and learn that maybe this whole happiness thing isn't all about what you gain, but what you give. To some level, we get to choose how we look back on our time here, so let's relish in all the memories that were our reasons why we kept going. And now we get to face our future hills knowing that we can do it because we hellava did this. So as we enter these next chapters, may we actively seek out the happiness on every page, continuously making the choice to appreciate the good moments while we are in them, so that one day, when we look back, we won't have to imagine ourselves happy. We will already know. And unlike Sisyphus, we climbed together, and I'm so honored to have done this part of our journey with all of you. Congratulations, class of 2025.
All right, we got some family and friends out there.
I do.
How about let's send. All right. Well, I think you've earned this. Thank you for being part of it. All right, we're looking forward to when you cross the stage again a little later. All right. Okay. Next up, I now have the privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Colorado School Mines alumnus Doug Lawler. Doug, why don't you come and stand up here while I'm talking about you. Doug may mention some of the things he was engaged in students of mine, so I'm giving him room to do that, although I will say he was a student athlete here when he was here and had a brother that was here and some other friends that he may mention a little later in his talk. But he graduated from Mines with a bachelor's degree in petroleum engineering. He later picked up a complimentary MBA from Rice University. Doug is a highly respected and accomplished leader in the energy industry. He started his career with Kerr McGee and Anadarko, where he rose through the ranks, taking on a wider range of senior operational leadership positions at both the vice president and senior vice president levels. Those leadership experiences led to Doug being recruited away to be president and chief executive officer of Chesapeake Energy Corporation from 2013 to 2021. In 2022, Doug joined Continental Resources, a top U.S. independent oil producer and a leader in America's energy renaissance. Today, he's the president and chief executive officer of Continental. Now, while that's all really impressive, and it is impressive, but what's more impressive is this. So, you got the mechanical engineers who love working on cars and stuff in this one. So, anyway, this is what Doug does in his spare time, and he does this with his brother Dave, who's also a Mines alumnus. They're apparently pretty good at this truck racing thing because they won their division in the Mint 400 race in Las Vegas this spring. And really the purpose for showing is if you look real closely at that truck, right there in the middle of the door, there's a graphic there. Just take a look at it for a minute. And then on the rear fender there's something that says Blaster Racing Team. And that graphic looks an awful lot like this guy with a stick of dynamite in his mouth. So anyway, you can tell Doug's love for mines goes pretty deep. He's also been known to be spotted on a boat that don't know if it's the official name or if you just refer to it as Blaster of the Sea, but it's like a marlin with a stick of dynamite in its mouth as well. Maybe he'll tell you about that. But anyway, you can tell he loves mines. He's carried his pride with him everywhere, and he shows it everywhere that he goes. So please join me in welcoming Doug Lawler to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Paul. It's a blessing to be here with you today to celebrate with you. I mentioned earlier this morning at the ceremony that I am quite certain that this is the highest concentration of intellectual horsepower amongst any graduating class in the country taking place here at Colorado School of Mines today. In 2014, Admiral William McRaven delivered what I believe to be the greatest commencement address ever given. You might have seen it, and that was given at the University of Texas. His message was built on the thesis, if you want to change the world, with the emphasis being on if you want to. The Admiral drew powerful lessons from Navy SEAL training, lessons of discipline, resilience, and leadership. Today, I stand before you with the intent to build upon the Admiral's words with all due credit, but with a critical distinction. At the University of Texas, Admiral McRaven asked, if you want to change the world. But this isn't the University of Texas, or just another college. This is the Colorado School of Mines, and you will change the world. One of Admiral McRaven's first lessons was make your bed, a small act of discipline that sets the tone for a successful day. But to be honest and to illustrate, while the average UT student was deciding whether or not to make their bed, you had already been in physics lab for 2 hours that day. That is the Mines difference. Graduates of this great university are not just getting started, not beginning to figure things out. Graduates of this institution have been through an academic battlefield, what I refer to as being forged into a weapon of discipline, innovation, creativity, and leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, the weapons in this graduating class will change the world. How do I know this? Because I've seen it again and again and again. I was in your shoes 37 years ago. I see it every single year, the changes that you make. This weapon forging process begins to take place from the moment you step foot on the campus. For me, it started at freshman orientation, where the dean of students told us, look to your left and look to your right. And he commented that one of the three of you will not be a graduate from Mines. In my particular case, I sat between two high school friends, neither of whom graduated from Mines. The difficulty and pressure you encounter here is grueling, and to be graduating from Mines today is truly outstanding, and your degree has prepared you for an incredible career. It's hard to predict, but fun to imagine where you will be in 10 years, 20, or 30 years. I had no idea that my Mines education and experience would lead me across the globe, into boardrooms, leading companies, and contributing to the great energy industry. But I will tell you today that none of it would be possible without Mines. And so today, as you prepare to change the world, I want to quickly share with you 5 leadership truths, lessons that are not in textbooks, but come from the trenches and from challenges and decades of service. Things that I wish graduates that someone would have told me when I were in your shoes. The first, as you change the world, is remember that your sphere of influence, your leadership, is either expanding or shrinking every day. It never stays idle. Leadership isn't about title or position. It's about the ability to inspire movement, and it demands relentless hustle. In Lewis Carroll's book, Through the Looking Glass, the Red Queen tells Alice, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you have to run twice as fast. Like Alice, you'll find that keeping pace just requires running your very fastest. But to grow, to lead, you must run even faster. And this is your reality now. To grow your sphere of influence, you must run faster than you believe you can, and you must earn trust. And that trust is earned through perseverance, resilience, and service. It's my experience that whether it be at work or with family and friends, I see 3 distinct types of people in virtually all walks of life. The first of those is the victim. The victim is the person that only sees problems, never solutions. Their influence is forever shrinking due to a lack of vision and a refusal to shape a better outcome. The second is a manager, and this is the person that does exactly what is asked. There's no incremental gain, there's no deficit. They just deliver what's asked. The manager slowly loses and their influence erodes as they ignore opportunities for growth. The third is the change leader. They elevate, innovate, and energize. They have a solution mindset, engage others, and create better outcomes. Their influence grows because they pursue progress relentlessly. To grow your sphere of influence, you must be a change leader. And as you change the world, don't just solve problems. Seek opportunities to deliver the unexpected and improve outcomes because you are there. I'll always remember a sign in the ROTC building here at Mines that read, "An officer's commission isn't secure until ratified in the hearts of his or her soldiers." As you change the world, ask yourself, do people believe in me? Do others want to be on a team with me? Do they want to follow me? Do they want to see me promoted? When I was promoted to an executive position early in my career, I worried about leading older and more experienced individuals than I was. And I shared that concern with my CEO. And he was partially irritated with me, and he answered, "Do you think I'd risk the company on someone who hadn't already earned their trust? The other leaders want you in that position." And that moment taught me this: your title doesn't give you influence. Your actions already earned it. If you lead with trust, your team will follow, no matter your age or your title. Your sphere of influence is built by others, and as you serve, build trust and lead with purpose. Second, as you change the world, lead with humility and a servant's heart. Leadership is service, plain and simple. Something I've learned along the way, and I've shared at many different executive and leadership conferences, that if you put any word or prefix in front of the word serve, it limits your leadership, and frankly, it's bad. If you observe, you're passive, you're standing back, you're watching. If you conserve, you're withholding your best, waiting for someone else to act. If you preserve, you're resisting change, clinging to the past. If you think you deserve, you're focused on yourself, not on something greater than yourself. None of these belong in the heart or actions of a leader. And I will share that in one particular leadership conference, I had a VP approach me and say, "Doug, you're wrong. There is one word in front of serve that's good, and that's soft serve from Dairy Queen." I told him he could lead me there anytime. As you change the world, graduates, serve your team, your company, your community, and your cause with everything you've got, and something remarkable will happen to you. People will want to follow you, they'll want to join you, and they'll want to help you. They'll want to see you succeed. Third, as you change the world, you must learn to distinguish and master the difference between friction and noise. We are all at Mines familiar with what friction is and that force that acts against movement. Friction is external. In the working world, it's technical, structural, or organizational, such as regulation or resource constraints. It slows you down, challenges you, but forces growth. Coming from Mines, you're exceptionally prepared to overcome friction. Noise, on the other hand, is internal. It's human-made or human-allowed. It's drama, it's egos, it's gossip, it's ankle-biting distractions that take you away from delivering your best. Be the leader who tunes out the noise. It only becomes friction if you let it. Focus on what matters, focus on solutions, and focus on delivering the unexpected. Fourth, as you change the world, recognize who you're really competing with. Yes, the competition gets better every day, and yes, we must benchmark ourselves against others. But ultimately, you're only competing with yourself. No one is better than you, and you are better than no one. And when you feel discouraged, and you will, remember you're not alone. Look to the people beside you, your classmates, your family, your colleagues, your alumni network. They've had doubts too. They'll lift you up, and you'll lift them. I want to share with you that the pie is infinite. There's opportunity for everyone. You're in a race against yourself, not others. You're not owed anything, but you have the tools to build everything, and Mines has prepared you to succeed in that. Fifth and last, as you change the world, never stop learning. Pursue your master's degree, earn certifications, take those supplementary courses, build your foundation wider and deeper. I like to refer to your career as a skyscraper, and you should really be focusing always on how do I build that skyscraper to its greatest height. Construct the skyscraper of your career on the strongest possible base. I'm often asked by entry-level engineers, entry-level employees, should I get my MBA? Should I start now? Yes, start now. Life only gets more complicated. And when adversity comes, and it will, you will be ready. Don't assume someone else will develop you, and don't wait for someone to notice you, ever. As a young engineer, I imagined that someone, somewhere on a certain floor in a big office was tracking my contributions and planning my career development. I later realized, and I share with you, that that office didn't exist. It doesn't exist for me, and it doesn't exist for you. No one is managing your development but you. From this day forward, the only person writing your evaluation is you. Your leadership journey won't be a straight line. It's a winding road with peaks and valleys. But if you expand your sphere of influence, lead with a servant's heart, overcome noise, recognize you're competing only with yourself, and keep learning, you will reach your full and greatest potential. Before we close, I want to take just a moment and ask you to look around for just a second. Look around this room. It's your classmates, your friends, your future colleagues. These are the people who shape the world with you. One of my fellow classmates that I graduated with owns a car dealership in Bali, Indonesia. My son's orthopedic surgeon is a Mines graduate. Our family physician of over 10 years was a Mines graduate. Today, I work in the oil and gas industry along other Mines grads. Some of my very best friends when I was in school, now CEOs and executives of multinational companies, including one that I just spoke with yesterday in Argentina. All of those and more are among you. As you look around, those individuals are among you. They're sitting next to you. They're in your class. They're your friends and your colleagues. You've been forged into rare and powerful weapons, powerful instruments of change. Mines produces leaders, and you are next. I encourage each of you to find your way back to Golden, find your way back to the M. Stay connected to this wonderful Mines community. I love my time here at Mines, and I'll forever cherish this great institution and the experience it gave me. If not yet, you will come to feel the same way. As Thomas More once wrote, "Time who steals our years away shall steal our pleasures too. But memories of the past remain, and half our joys renew." So I say to you, class of 2025, as you change the world, do it together. Do it with the confidence of an ore digger. Congratulations, the world is waiting for you.
Doug, thank you for that. I've got a couple things for you. I know you got to run. I thought it'd be cool to explain to the audience why you have to run. Yeah. He has a theatrical performance he has to get to, but I'll let him give you the details while I'm getting something for him.
So you'll never know all the things that are in front of you, but I have 6 children. I have my youngest daughter is 10, and she is Sebastian in a huge play tonight back in Edmond, Oklahoma. And so if I weren't there, she and my wife would kill me. So that is the reason why I have to go. I'm sorry that I have to depart before everyone runs into the room.
And your son David's with us today. David, still out there? There he is. All right. Thank you, Dave, for being here. Got a couple things for you to carry back with you. Hopefully these will fit with you. The first one is an M. This is made in the foundry on campus by students, just for you as a gift for you. You can hang them around your office. And then just because our graduation speakers are probably the only people in the world who understand that if you give them a rock, it's a good thing. And so this is a rock from the M. You can tell it's white. It doesn't look like one of the landscape rocks, so this is a different one. And it's been signed by some of the graduates and members of Blue Key, put their initials on here for you. So hope you mind taking that with you. And I know sometimes in like busy boardroom meetings you can't like totally just like wear a lot of blatant Mine stuff like that. So we have a pair of blaster socks for you that you can wear when you're racing your truck or whatever, and maybe they'll bring you good luck for the next competition.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much.
All right, now I would like to, we've got a special thing today that's only happening in this ceremony, because we'll find out in a minute why, but I would like to invite our Board of Trustees Chair, Bruce Grucock, to the podium. He's going to present a special award that is given by the Board of Trustees only once a year and only to one faculty member. It's happening in this ceremony because it's a faculty member that some of them know. So I'll let you take it from there.
Okay. Thank you, President Johnson. Annually, the Board of Trustees recognize the exceptional contributions of Mines faculty member through the presentation of the Board of Trustees Outstanding Faculty Award. This award recognizes innovation and impact in teaching and learning both inside and outside the classroom. This year, the Board of Trustees is pleased to present the Outstanding Faculty Award to Dr. Paulina Brodsky. Apparently, a few of you know her. She's well known to our mechanical engineering students and anyone engaged in Mine's automotive-related clubs. She became leader of mechanical engineering's automotive track upon her arrival in Mines in 2021. In a short time, enrollment in that track has expanded to 160 students. Professor, does that make her kind of a gearhead, maybe? Are you a gearhead then, sort of? Okay, you're a gearhead, that's okay. Professor Brodsky teaches project-based courses in automotive design and electric vehicle powertrain systems and advises numerous senior design teams, our SAE Formula One car team, and the battery workforce competition team. The latter is a 3-year national competition sponsored by Stellantis, and at the end of the first year, the Mines team was chosen as the top team in the country. Professor Brodsky's senior design teams frequently win awards, including one that formed a startup company, Orbital Mining Corporation, that went on to win a $500,000 award from NASA. That's pretty impressive. In her 3 full years as faculty member, graduating seniors have twice voted Paulina for Mechanical Engineering's Outstanding Faculty Award. Dr. Brodsky clearly embodies the unique characteristics we look for in Mines faculty members. Her outstanding efforts in the classroom are complemented by her efforts outside the classroom. But she engages students, she works to build a stronger Mines community and grow Mines' reputation. So President Johnson, do we have an award of some sort?
I don't know, I thought you had it. No?
No, I'm just doing what I'm told.
Actually, we're having special delivery that Paulina and mechanical engineering students would fully appreciate. All right, that was fun. And Paulina, thank you. I've had the chance to see you working with students, and you are amazing and very deserving of this award. How about another round of applause for you? Okay, we have one other special recognition to do here before we start having students cross the stage. And I'd like to invite Dr. Pantel back up to kick that off for us.
All right, thank you, President Johnson. Congratulations again, Paulina. Joining us now is U.S. Army Captain Nathan Illis. Come on over. Captain Illis is a Ranger and senior parachutist. He served in 1st Infantry Division, the 173rd Airborne Brigade, and the 75th Ranger Regiment. His deployments include Ukraine and Afghanistan. His awards include the Ranger Tab, Senior Parachutist Badge, and the Expert Infantryman's Badge. Pretty impressive. Captain Illis currently serves as Assistant Professor of Military Science at the Colorado School of Mines. Mines was one of the first 4 colleges in the United States to establish a Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC as we know it, program. We have a distinguished history of graduating exceptional students into military leadership positions that began in 1921 and continues today. Please welcome Captain Nathan Illis to the podium.
Good afternoon. It's both an honor and a privilege for me to recognize today's ROTC graduates and share in this truly wonderful occasion. Colorado School of Mines has graduated over 2,500 commissioned officers since the inception of the ROTC program in the early 1900s. Today, we express our gratitude to these exceptionally professional students as they have chosen a path to serve our nation as officers in the United States military. Over the next few days, 6 Colorado School of Mines bachelorette recipients will take their oath, the next step in becoming second lieutenants. They'll be commissioned into the United States Air Force, United States Space Force, or the United States Army. I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the cadets' parents and families for the support and encouragement you have provided while your students studied at the Colorado School of Mines. We sincerely thank the faculty and staff of Colorado School of Mines for the mentorship and guidance you provided to these students as they pursued a commission while earning their degrees. Cadet Jacob Colbert, Mechanical Engineering, will be entering the military as an Air Force officer and stationed at Joint Base San Antonio, Randolph, Texas. Cadet David Densmore, Mechanical Engineering, will enter the Air Force as a Combat Systems Officer and will relocate to Pensacola, Florida for his training. Cadet Emma Dunaway, Engineering Physics, will be commissioned in the United States Air Force as a pilot trainee and is to be stationed at Vance Air Force Base in Oklahoma for her training. Congratulations and best wishes to you. Thank you.
Hey, how about our soon-to-be commissioned students? Would you stand up so we can get a good look at all of you? All right, there you are. Okay, yeah. All right, next please welcome Mines alumna and Chair of the Mines Alumni Board, Melanie Westergaard. She's going to extend a greeting from the Mines alumni community to you. Please welcome Melanie.
Thank you, President Johnson. Howdy, graduates. I am here today to extend a greeting from the Mines alumni community. Today, you leave Mines as a beneficiaries of a world-class education, one that has prepared you well for what comes next. You will have graduated from one of the most prestigious science and engineering universities in the world. We, the alumni, hope you take great pride in this accomplishment. Yesterday, you were members of a highly select group, students of Colorado School of Mines. Today, you become members of a very proud and loyal group, alumni of the Colorado School of Mines. Wherever you go in your lives and careers, you will find other Mines alumni around the globe, just as Doug Lawler had said. And we hope you connect with them through local alumni groups. We encourage you to find meaningful ways to stay connected to Mines and to share your experiences and knowledge with the next generations of ore diggers. We also hope to see you back on campus at homecoming and at other alumni events. Once again, congratulations and welcome to the Colorado School of Mines alumni community. Go Ore Diggers.
Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate you being here as always. Hey, if we have any alums in the audience, why don't you stand up for a second so we can thank you for being here. Stand up, yeah, all right. Okay, when the blasters with the hats come out, you know it's time to cross the stage. All right, they're up here with by the way, the Meckies, thank you for this wonderful bobblehead. Appreciate that. You know where that came from in the bell. That's up here as well. So, we've reached that point of the ceremony where we all enjoy the most, which is cheering for our graduates as they cross the stage. So we all have a role to play in this. We all have to clap and cheer. And if you brought a contraband noisemaker in here, you can use that as well. You and Michelle. Yep, that's what I thought. So you got one of those are okay. If you're in the stands, feel free to stomp. You want to practice stomping? All right, you got that down pretty good. Students, you can use those cowbells. And I don't know if I should tell you this, but yesterday I was at a breakfast, and Dr. Quo, stand up. He made a bold prediction that the engineering physics students were going to be louder than the mechanical engineering students today. So bold, in fact, that the two department heads are sitting next to each other, mechanical engineering physics over here, and they've got a bet going on. So just so you know, that's happening. And of course, the winner gets a little GPA boost from Provost Holt. So we'll see how this all works. But anyway, we'll get warmed up a little bit. And I'd first like to acknowledge a few groups of students. So if you're graduating today with honors and distinction, I'm going to ask you various groups to stand. So if you're graduating today with academic honors cum laude, please stand so we can clap for you. All right. If you're graduating with academic honors, magna cum laude, would you please stand? And finally, if you're in the brainiac category, summa cum laude, please stand. I don't know how they do that here. Anyway, second, I'd like to recognize students who were selected for department or university level awards. Your names and awards appear in the commencement program, so I think you know who you are. So would you stand up so we can clap for you? Sorry, we can't name all of them here today. Okay, if you're wearing stoles or cords that designate participation in scholar, honor, service, and other communities at Mines, got lots of stuff hanging off your neck. Stand up for us. All right. I can already tell we have the best group in the stands that we've ever had, I think. I can feel the vibrations over here coming from them. So let's see, fourth, I'd like to recognize a group that's really special, I think, to all of us. So if you are the first ever in your family to graduate from college, would you please stand up? All right, and I would like to recognize all of our student athletes here. So this spring's graduating class includes 80 NCAA Division II student athletes. They're wearing silver stoles that say student athlete on them. And some of them you'll even see wearing championship rings and All-America medals. So all of our NCAA Division II student athletes, would you stand up for a second while I say some good things about you? Yeah. They are the reason I'm surrounded by a lot of hardware up on this stage, and that's because 53 of them have been RMAC champions as a member of a team or as individual competitors. 48 have made NCAA tournament appearances on a team or as an individual. 15 are All-Americans, and you might see them wearing All-American medals. And in this ceremony, I think we might have the nation's Division II softball home run hitter for the year, Cassidy. This group has 4 national champions in it, and Ethan from our cross-country team, I think, is in this ceremony. Where is he? Oh, he's competing. Okay, that's on the next page. Yeah, he's out. Yes, here we go. Yeah, so Nate he's out competing to try to qualify for NCAA National Outdoor Track and Field Championships in the 5K. So we will make sure we cheer extra loud when we cheer for everybody in a minute. And 4 of this graduating class are academic All-Americans, which is an award that you only get if you are achieving incredibly high in the classroom and in your sport. And I'd always like to say that we're very proud of the fact that Mines has produced more academic All-Americans in Division II history than any other school in the country. So that's pretty cool. And I would like to say in addition to our Division II athletes, we have incredibly successful club sports teams, including at least 5 national championships for our cycling team, and we have our national runners-up trophy from our women's rugby team here on the stage as well. So if you're a club athlete, why don't you stand up as well? Club sports athletes, hop up for, yeah, there you go. All right, we'll clap for everybody. I mean, for the audience, just so you know, these are all really true student athletes, and that's why they're so easy to cheer for. We love it when the nerds win. Let's give them one more round of applause. Okay, you can be seated. All right, I think we're pretty warmed up. So joining me today and congratulating students as they cross the stage is going to be Provost Rick Holtz. Rick, why don't you stand up and get ready? As I mentioned before, he's going to keep track of which of the 2 programs wins the GPA boost. We're also going to get joined by deans, department heads, and any faculty who want to jump up. I think Professor Stone has something he's going to hand out to the engineering physics students. It's in a box, so we don't know what it is yet, but you'll find out. Anyway, trustees can join us as well. If you want to join us in shaking hands, please do. And off the stage, we'll have alumni and some volunteers congratulating you and handing you some things over there. So, a couple of instructional things. And really, it's just the first person has to get this right because everybody else will do exactly what the first person does. The goal is to get a great picture when you're crossing the stage. This is for your parents. Some of them are known for saying that this is the most expensive picture ever taken of you crossing the stage. And the photographer is usually like hiding right down the middle here, sort of shooting up. So you kind of have to walk across, shake my hand, but look in the other direction. Okay, so just kind of look down off the stage. I'm not offended by the fact that you don't look at me when you shake, because it's more important you get a good picture. So that's going to happen, and the way that we make sure that gets done right is we make sure that the first student to cross the stage is an outstanding graduating senior. So each of our degree programs gets to name 1 or 2 students that are going to be their outstanding graduating seniors. All of them got medals yesterday in a ceremony where we recognized them. They're really cool looking medals. And so they were also instructed that they could not cross the stage if they didn't have their medal, because I was going to call them out. So that's the way we make sure they don't forget them between the day that we give it to them. Well, it almost always works out good. Except for I'm kind of noticing that the first one in line doesn't have a medal on. But it turns out that, well, it's Cole, and Cole has a good excuse for not having a medal on right now. You see, Cole was serving as best man in a wedding yesterday for a bride and groom who are both almost alumni, and the groom is in this ceremony. So Isaac Snyder, stand up for a minute. There we go. Isaac, congratulations. And we'll cheer for you when you cross the stage. But Cole, I'm going to make an exception because that was a pretty good excuse. And after we shake hands, I will put your medal on you so you fit in with the rest of the group, okay? All right. Everybody ready to do this? Okay. All right, let's line up.
From Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Anthony Petrella, Department Head. Cole Ryan Barton. Rachel M. Zimmerman. Edgar Acosta. Zachary Lee Adams. Braden Everson Amaker. Giovanna Leilani Aurelio. Benny D. Armendariz Jr. Andrea Marie Armstrong. Aaron Daniel Arndt. Aiden Cade Arness. Spencer Thomas Ashley. Emily Jean Osherman. Noam Ayalon. Louis Enzo Bartels. Lance G. Barton. Victoria L. Barton. Brandon Jonathan Bayer. Christian David Benedetto. Adam Abdusalam Ben Hassin. Sarah G. Bennett. Abby Nicole Bernard. Caleb Benjamin Binger. Gunnar McGee Bjork. William Nicholas Bobby. Juan Alberto Bolaños Guevara. Allison Grace Tsai Bongiorno. Jonah J. Booth. Ryan Elise Borkowski. Addison Ann Braun. Harrison F. Brill. McKaylee Rose Brooks. Jason Reese Brown. Sophia Estelle Boer. Emily A. Burkholder. Graham Adam Smith Burmeister. Rebecca K. Bush. Amen Mohammed Bushara. Michael Paul Butcher. Zachary Allen Cagle. Paige Elizabeth Caneto. Lucas E. Carlson. Nicolas Andres Carrasco. Colton E. Carter. Mitchell Andres Casella. Jasmine Cerezo. Coulton Gai Lung Chen. Thomas J. Chappell II. Katie Joy Chu. Stephen McKinley Christensen. Eva Elise Christensen. Cassidy Teresa Quaddle. Jacob Wesley Clarkson. Matthew Fuller Clement. Jasmine Christine Corpus Cochise. Jacob R. Colbert. James Morgan Colbert. Kyle James Coleman. Brandon James Cooley. Benjamin Stewart Corrier.
Sidney Coster.
Matthew Isaac Crabtree. Zoe Anna Oshman Cremona. Nyasia Monet Crossley. Christopher Thomas Dahlgren. Lang Francis Daly. Gabrick Rain Decker. Andrés Ignacio del Olmo Aldaz. Robert Joseph Delmark IV. Lars Daniel Den Hartog. David Ryan Densmore. Christian Michael Denton. Isabel Diaz. Grayston Thomas DeBlasse. Juliana Martine Dixon. Blake William Dowd. Langdon J. E. Dresser. Logan Eugene Dushkin. Crosby W. Edwards. Samuel L. Eggers. Jennifer C. Ellis. Matthew Dakota Ellis. Grace Joanne England. Victoria Wren Insero. Michael Irwin. Aaron Lee Fanginello. Grayson Alexandra Fast. Lorenzo L. Feringer. Elizabeth Joy Fellows. Quinn Fisher Philby. C.J. Robert Florendo.
Alfred Nicholas Franco III.
Caleb Asher Frank. Nicole E. Fritz. Coleman Michio Fujishin. Ethan Haig Geiser. Anthony Josiah Hiron. David Jaden Golub. Nathan Michael Gannett. Nico James Gonzalez. Caden Robert Goranson. Robert Carter Gorling. Willie Edward James Gould. Forrest Grindy. Alexander Grisak. Robert L. Guinea. Tamia Monet Hainsworth. J.T. Haley. Ian Michael Hamilton. Matthew John Hammond. Alexa Jane Hanlon. Joanna Elizabeth Harden. Heather Hardman. Justin R. Hargrave. Trevor Logan Harms. Abigail Louise Harris. Bradley Dean Harrod. Stephen K. Hayner. Eva Maria Hermasinski. Jace Spencer Hills. Ross DeForest Hodson. Timothy James Hoffman. Van Holmstrom. Kia Rianne Holton. Mary Elizabeth Hoover. Lindsay Taylor Howarth. Thomas Elliott Hughes. Luke Lynn Jensen. Tess Noel Johnson.
Evan B. Jones Sawyer.
Maxwell Datatre Kaiser. Mason Michelle Calque. Jacob Cale Camrath. Aaron Sue Kelly. Noah David Kelly. Gabriella Leanne Kenley. Michael Keatsman. Jae Myung Kim. Jackson McPherson Kimball. Olivia P. Kissow. Alexander Toshiro Clean. Audrey Christina Klein. Troy Tarankanese. Julian James Knight. Zachary W. Kane. Anthony Michael Krebs. Ethan Lawrence Kramer. Joshua Andrew Chris. Joseph E. Kusluski. Chase Ernest Lampe. Troy Jacob Lancaster. Grace R. Langdon. Ronan Craig Lowinger. Jack W. Lawson. Taylor Ann Severa Lee. Thomas Lee Chuen Lee. James Harrison Lemons. Wing Hung Liang. Aaron Michael Levan. Wyatt Matthew Rocky Lewis. Sean Marcus Liner. Jacob P. Lindsley. Shannon Sterling Lip. Tyler James Long. Quinton John Lorenz. Jack David Loveland. Kevin S. Luna. Ryan J. Mock. Cade Richard Mankel. Charles Joseph Marcioni. Joshua Christopher Mora Martirosian. Bridget Cecilia Marek. Michael P. McCory. Turner R. McCutcheon. Dylan Anders McElroy. Danielle Mary McKenna. Molly Drew McLaughlin. Sean C. McNair. Connor Ryan Mickelson. Simon G. Miller. Bobby Glenn Millhauser. Erin Elizabeth Mills. Goran Alexander Mais. Glenn Lee Moore. Jonah Sage Moore. Kaylee McCall Morales. Mariana Elise Morrow. Gavin Lee Morrison. Marshall J. Morey. Yashua A. Mujib. Gage Connor Munger. Calvin Paul Nadeau. Benjamin Evans Napier. Ryan Lee Wynn. Colin J. Nolan. William Edward North. Keegan Leclerc O'Brien. Emily Francis O'Connor. Ethan Logan O'Neill. Alexander J. Oriente. Patrick Orlowski. Jude Alberto Ortiz.
Mark Anthony Padilla.
Elijah A. Pays. Noah Matthew Palermo. Samantha Ann Parks. Cole David Patton. Cameron Junichi Paul. Ethan John Paul. Mason Peterson. Brandon Bain Fagan. Nathan A. Pierce. Leonard Yankel Polyakov. Camilla Sueno Hayashi Potts. Jack Maurice Power. Jaden Michael Prothrow. Emma Jean Reinhard. Joshua Daniel Richardson. Will Francis Richter. Devin Xavier Rodriguez. Gabriel McIntyre Rodriguez. J. Evan Roth. Andres Eduardo Sa. Aiden A. Sanchez. Leah F. Schartz. Andrew William Noak Schaub. Barry Joseph Schmidt. Jack Edward Schneider. Riley L. Schroeder. Christian Matthew Sekovic. Mitchell W. Semple. Aneth Nethmika Senanayaka. Ariel N. Shmueli. Makoa Ryder Shope. Natan Stern. Jenna Elizabeth Siebert. Mahak Singh. Leonardo Ciravo. Joshua R. Smith. Emma Grace Smithy. Isaac Elijah Snyder. Nicholas Andrew Spidell. Samuel J. Stamos. Sebastian Christopher Stenford Cruz. Storm Odin Stephenson. Benjamin R. Stern. Aiden B. Stitt. Hope Elise Storm. Aiden Ian Strang. Evan Tyler Clarence Stultz. Liam Stumacher. Adelie Jones Sullivan. Katie Sue Sundrup. Jacob Cameron Sipe. Hunter Scott Shushchevich. Andrew LaSalle Tanner. Gage Faye Taylor. Prasanna Raj Thapa. Ben Lucas Tima. Cody W. Thompson. Kaylin Ray Thompson. Jessica Lynn Tomshak. Johnson Min Quan Tran. Shannon Pratt Tyler. Jose Luis Valle Vargas. Joseph Robert Van Pelt. Austin Reed van der Zuyden. Maddie Van Voren. Kevin A. Vezai. Alexis R. Vossen. Colin William Walker. Colton Lawrence Wall. Weston John Wall. Isaac Yuri Wallen. Justin Jing Wong. Matthew Ross Waters. Thomas Eugene Watson. Taylor Victoria Wayne. Luke Andrew Wenger. Allison Joe Westbrook. Isaac Matthew Wheelis. Emma Morgan Wiggins. Connor R. Wild. Caleb Jordan Willman. Braden D. Wilsey. Stephen A. Wingate. Samantha Elizabeth Witt. Aiden Roman Wood. Andrew Kohler Wood III. Creighton D. Woodhouse. Benjamin Joseph Woody. Jackson Darren Woolwine. Andrew Joseph Worthman. Seth Andrew Yeager. Joshua Eng Yao. Elizabeth Youssef Haymond. Kiriaki Mary Zaharis. Jackson S. Zimmerman. From Physics, Dr. Frederick Sarazin, Department Head. Margot Bassert. Dana Teresa Anderson. Blake D. Borrego. James Woolley Bragg. Tucker Mojo Briggs. Frederick William Buckman III. Luca Amicarella Burns. James Mason Clemson. Dylan Hunter Clyett. Kevin Edward Collins. Liron Yardor. Emma B. Dunaway. Karsten Anders Erlander. Kevin Thomas Evers. Audrey Ashman Pharisee. Thomas Edward Fisher. Madison N. Floyd. Trenton James Frederick. Tanner W. Harton. Scheherazade Camarena Harvey. Calvin Miles Hinkle. Madeline E. Hoffman. Sean Patrick Holman. Fergus Martin Huggins. Aria J. Engel. Randy L. Lom Jr. Drew Joseph Landay. Caitlin Elizabeth Mann. Veronica Maria Mashtalish. Zachary L. Matthias. Nico Fronteras Mayo. Callan M. McGlone. Owen Alexander Myers. Camille Ann Nuder. Anna Paulina Uymick. Blake Allen Parvin. Ethan James Polk. Holiday Rhodes. Seamus Patrick Rogoski. Beauchamp William Selman.
Peter R. Spencer.
Max Keegan Stewart. Benjamin Douglas Trillett. Nia Truing Van. Brian Anthony Vossen.
Okay, we have a couple more to go. Just want to give a little special introduction. These are next students to cross the stage are students who've earned, somehow managed, I don't know how they do it, 2 degrees. So we have to be like twice as loud for them to recognize both of them. Okay.
Santiago Alejandro Castillo. Jacob Dean States.
Okay, that's it. How about a big round of applause for all of our students? Okay, we got a couple things to do, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. Let's see. We have to announce mortarboard, hat decorating winners, got to confer some degrees, and then we got to do the magic, whatever that is. So, okay, we always hand out a couple of awards for creative decorating of hats and mortarboards and things like that. We've got a group that, I don't know, spies on them when they're upstairs in the room and takes pictures from, like, there's like a camera in the ceiling or something, I don't know, and it chooses it, some artificial intelligence thing, or I don't know what it is. Anyway, the winners are Giovanna Aurelio in mechanical engineering. So let's see, stand up so we can get you your prize. And the second one is Veronica Mostelish. So we had a mechanical winner and a physics winner, so I guess that worked out okay, but Provost Holtz, what'd you think about the cheering part? Who's, oh, okay. You're still thinking, okay, we're still looking at the results. I thought that mechanical had a pretty good sustained cheering going on, and but physics was pretty close too. I think the deciding factor might be that one of the mechanicals defied the laws of physics when he crossed the stage. So, always get a little worried when you see somebody put down their hat the first thing they do when they cross the stage, but that was okay. All right, okay, so we're gonna, graduates, I assume you want your degrees conferred at this point. Okay. All right. So let me tell you how it's gonna work. It's pretty simple. In a few minutes, we'll ask you graduates to stand up. Provost Holtz, Chair Grucock, and I are gonna read the sacred words that conjure up the conferral magic. And when we reach the end of that, I'm gonna ask you to take your tassels and go from right to left. When we do that, that's a chance for the audience to make a lot of noise. It's a chance for you to make pretend like you're in the movies. There's all those graduation scenes that you see in the movies, like where people are like high-fiving each other and tossing hats and stuff, because we got like a video crew here that's gonna take some shots of you. So make it good. And then we're gonna compare the conferring, tasseling part across the 3 ceremonies and see who wins. I don't know, another GPA boost or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's an opportunity to make a lot of noise too. And then when we're done with that, it starts to subside a little bit, we're gonna kick into the fight song. and we're all going to sing the fight song. How many of you out there don't know the fight song? Okay? Actually, it's not an excuse not to sing the fight song. So you'll know it by the time that we're done because we're going to put the words on the screen. They're printed on the back of the program. And besides that, it starts with like a big O. We say hell of a lot. And at the end, we spell mines and we shake our fists at Boulder. That's pretty much all there is to it. So when we get to that final mines part, then it's a time to make a lot of noise. And this is the point at which our faculty senate representative, Professor Villas, gets to decide whether or not the ceremony ends. And it's always tough to let the faculty decide if the ceremony ends because you know how long they can go in their lectures and stuff. Just imagine how long they can wait for noise. But anyway, he gets to decide, and if he decides we're loud enough, he's going to close the dusty old De Re Metallica book there. That will signify the end of the ceremony. At that point, some things may happen, but certainly some loud music is going to start playing, and the platform party is going to escape. So, Professor Higgins, you have this part you're responsible for. Count them all before we start, so make sure you got all the right number at the end. And Provost Holtz, I'm going to put you in charge of this bunch to get them over there. And if everybody could stay still while they get out the doors, I still need them for one more ceremony. The third ceremony, I'm not just tell people go wild, whatever they want to do. But anyway, this one I do need them to come back. And when we're done with that, for the audience, please meet us outside. The weather's awesome out there. We have cupcakes, cookies. We've got some places to take pictures around things. I think you've already spotted the 2025 out there. But we have a special guest out there. Blaster's going to be out there to take pictures with him, so that'll be pretty cool. Okay, and if you run out of all those things to do, you can ring the bell in front of Guggenheim and as well and drive the people in Golden crazy because it's loud. Anyway, I think that's all the instructions. So, and when the book closes, we're going to fire off the blaster. So I may need some help to do that. I think I'm going to call up a couple of our peer mentor leads. Maybe I'll call 3 of them to come up here and help. Mariana Trench Moreau, would you come up? Camille, we need you up here. You're part of that group. I think I spotted Eli come across the stage too. He should probably come up here as well and help with this. I think collectively the 3 of them can figure out this blaster thing, and we'll make sure that they get that right. Also gonna need, maybe, I don't know, somebody has to help us lead the fight song. I don't know I'm trying to think who would be really good at that. I'm not sure, but, maybe we got somebody who can help us with the fight song too. And Blaster would like a few people to help us with a fight song on the stage. So need a few volunteers. I could call out people who are student athletes because I know how to sing it. Or you can come up here before I call you out. But I think, come on up. If you want to come on up and help us. I think we should have the national home run champion here on the stage for softball for sure. I think we need at least some representatives because I did see like men's basketball, women's basketball, volleyball cross the stage. I even saw swimming cross the stage. So we got to have, okay, we got swimming represented, all right? And feel free to call out your friends to come up. I think Riley Schroeder should be up here. Let's see. Okay, call her up. We need football representation up here. All right, okay. And we could use another 4 over here. Okay. Let's go, Margot from physics. Let's go, Margot. Okay. All right, while they're getting up on stage, let me remind you what we're going to do. So we are going to confer degrees. You remove tassels. Everybody's going to make a lot of noise at that point. Then we're going to sing the fight song. Blaster's going to lead us in that. And at the end of the fight song is when we make a lot of noise. And then we keep our eye on Professor Vias to see if he approves. If he closes the book, then you're allowed to shoot the blaster. And we might make some more noise. And some other things may happen. Think people on the podium got it set? Okay. Graduates, why don't you stand up for a second? All right. And just a little warm up here. I thought it'd be really cool to say thanks to all the moms in the audience because it is Mother's Day this weekend. So all the moms stand up for us and let's give you a round of applause. And let's also thank all the folks who worked really hard behind the scenes and got up very, very early this morning and late last night to put this all together for you. And I'm going to need Chair Grucock up here. Provost Holtz, I'm going to need you up here. And, Polina, you should be up here too. So, got a role for you. You get this honor. All right. Okay, I think we got all the pieces together. Provost Holtz, get us going.
Okay, I'm up. All right, President Johnson, with the approval of the faculty, I recommend that the Bachelor of Science degree be conferred upon these candidates. The candidates who are unable to be present today will be awarded their degrees in absentia. Their names appear in the program.
Thank you, Provost Holtz. Chair Grucock, I present to the Board of Trustees these outstanding candidates. Each has been recommended by our world-class faculty. I concur with Provost Holtz and our faculty, and it is my honor to present these candidates and Hell of Engineers for your acceptance.
Thank you, President Johnson, and let me add my personal congratulations to each and every one of you. This is a hell of a fine day. So President Johnson, by action of the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines, taken during our meeting on May 2nd, 2025, I direct you to award these candidates the degrees they have earned.
All right, graduates, ready for the magic? Okay. All right, it's the best part to ever read in a ceremony. Upon recommendation of the faculty and by authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in the designated curriculum. With all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, I congratulate you on this outstanding accomplishment. You can now move your tassel from right to left if you haven't already done so. Congratulations, everybody go wild.